you join me on a video on some of the pros and cons of owning, using and commuting on an e-bike. So I hope you enjoy this information. If you like the video, please like, subscribe and comment below. So the first thing to note about commuting in winter and colder months is that you're going to get significantly reduced range on any e-bike or e-scooter compared to what you would in the summer. This is because the batteries don't like these colder temperatures and they use their energy far more inefficiently than normally would. Just to give you an idea, I've lost around 30% of my normal range in these colder weeks compared to what I would normally in the summer. So just take that in caution when you're actually using the bike and when you're planning your trips and journeys. So the next thing is the tyres. Bearing in mind you're going to get a lot less grip in these colder and more slippy times, especially in autumn when you've got all these wet leaves. And I'll definitely get some of a higher quality tread pattern than the ones you might currently be using. So take into consideration the brakes on your bike or e-scooter. Please bear in mind the stopping distances are going to be increased due to the slippier road conditions or wherever you're actually riding. So please make sure your brakes are working correctly and they are adjusted to what they need to be. This will help you stop in any conditions that you may need. Another tip as well is you can reduce the pressure you have in the tyres ever so slightly to give you a bigger surface area, meaning your grip will be increased. Also, your standard lighting might not be up to the job, so it might be worth investing in some other lights like these ones. It just means you get seen a lot better in those conditions. If it's something you want to see, let me know in the comments below, because I can do some reviews of the actual jackets and equipment I use, not only on my outdoor adventures but also on my daily commute. I can give you the technologies behind them, why I recommend them, why I use them and what might be suitable for you. So if that is a video you want to see, please like, subscribe, comment below and leave me a comment and let me know. So for it to be legal to use an electric bike without any driving licence or documentation in the UK, it needs to have a maximum speed of 15.5 miles an hour when it's being pedal assisted and no more than 4 miles an hour when it isn't being assisted. So please be careful when you're choosing your e-bike and make sure you meet all the regulations for whatever you acquire the use of the bike for. So it could be no more than 250 watt motor. So please bear that in mind when you're choosing the correct bike for you. Another thing that people don't often consider when choosing an e-bike is how heavy the bike is, how you're going to be packing it and where is it going to be going. So this particular bike folds in half and folds down quite neatly. However, I rarely use this feature. The more of the problem I have with this bike is the actual weight of it, and it is quite heavy for an e-bike, meaning when I put it on a train every day and lift it up the stairs to the actual particular platform I'm taking, you do notice the weight of this bike. So that is something to consider when you're choosing the bike for you. So of course the biggest benefit of having an electric bike than a pedal assisted bike is the actual, when you've had a hard day at work, you just want to get home and you just want to get to your destination. You don't want to be putting masses of legwork in to get yourself home and where you need to be. So this is a massive advantage of these, and obviously if this is a particular product you want, then you are going to be in the market for an electric bike. However, if you are just doing short commutes, with the cost of electricity going up, the actual weight penalty of the actual bike, if you do live close to where you're commuting to, you might actually be better with a standard pedal bike. These bikes do come with their sacrifices, the higher price, the higher maintenance costs of replacing the batteries. They do go through brake pads a lot quicker as well because of the added weight, and the cost of energy has gone up, meaning charging these bikes is not as cheap as it once was. So bear that in mind when choosing your next bike. After travelling around 1,500 miles on my e-bike, I can thoroughly recommend them, and I think they're a fantastic mode of transport, not only to reduce emissions, but also to remain fit and get where you need to be. Of course, it's not without its issues. I've had high maintenance costs, and I am experiencing some slight issues with this current e-bike in terms of range in the winter months. So if you do have a long commute, make sure you choose the right bike for you. I hope you liked this video, I hope you found it useful, and again, let me know what you think below.